When I grew up as a boy, all of our fantasies were about the wild, wild west. Now we're dealing with the wild, wild web. And the gunslingers are keyboard bullies. With Facebook, email, chat rooms, there are so many of these things with so much power that they constitute weapons of mass destruction when it comes to communication. And the problem is the bullies are anonymous now. Children that have been impacted by cyberbullying are 1.9 times more likely to attempt suicide than the general population. I get tens of thousands of letters at the Dr. Phil Show of kids asking for help about this. It is a serious crisis. 42% of kids say they've been bullied on the internet. This is an epidemic. We have to give educators, teachers, the tools that they need to prevent this, to intervene once it happens, to break the pattern, and both the bullies and the targets need counseling. I took the battle against cyberbullies all the way to Congress and am still fighting to put an end to keyboard bullies. Now, Amy, Melinda, and Paloma are stuck in a cyber war so vicious they believe their lives may be at stake. I take cyberbullying very seriously. And what you just saw was me testifying in support of reauthorization of the Elementary and Secondary Education Act, and as part of that reauthorization to set aside funds to deal with cyberbullying, to equip teachers and administrators to deal with cyberbullying, because up until now, they've said this doesn't happen on school grounds, so we don't have any role in it. And I disagree completely. They have to have a role in it because they spend over half of a child's waking hours with them, and they have the ability to influence that. This cyberbullying creates grave consequences. And if you don't believe me, take a look at this.
Michelle Carter is set to spend more than a year behind bars. Carter used text messages to encourage her teenage boyfriend to kill himself.
His life mattered. Conrad, we love you.
It started with the name calling.
Brandon had used a .357 Magnum. When I saw him, the first thought that went through my mind is he looks on the outside now like he has felt on the inside for so long.
He looks on the outside now the way he has felt on the inside for so long. You're adults. You're supposed to be role models. And this conduct that all three of you are engaged in is just abhorrent. It's terrible what you're doing. All three of you are guilty of it. You're letting her control you. You're letting them control you. You're letting them get inside your head. When you hold a grudge, it's like letting somebody live in your head rent-free. And that's what you're doing. You got a grudge, so she's just in there controlling you. They're just in there controlling you. If you're really passionate about your purpose, you never take your eye off that purpose, off that cause. If you think some of the arguments you've heard these three make up here are ridiculous, raise your hand. Take a look around, please. This is not becoming to any of the three of you.